Okay then, we should be live once more. Let's go through the regular checks to see if that is indeed the case. I think we are. Let me see. It's not terribly reassuring. I think we're alive. Oh, well, we are alive. I think we're live as well, though. Excellent connection. Everything should be in order, so why is it not showing up on... Ah, there we are. Marvellous. That should be what we need to see. Anyway. We'll wait a little while for people to filter their way in. Hello, Senator Eon and Morris and Mediocre and Isaac. But yes, we will be getting going in just a moment. Started off a little bit early because, you know, it's better to be slightly early than slightly late, I think. You waste less of people's time. Hello, Jasdeep. But yes, today, hopefully we can get the Sylvan Alliance script to actually fire. I hope so, because that's exactly what I've named the stream. So it would be somewhat unfortunate if that proved to not be the case, but we should be able to do so. Our diplomat is right in the correct place. Hello, Owen. I'm good. It's been a sort of a lazy sort of day so far. Just doing bits and pieces throughout the morning. But yeah, things are going quite well. At any rate, we may as well load into the game at this point. Nope, that's battle replay, force of habit. But it's going to be quite an interesting episode, I think, because we should be able to get the Alliance script to fire, and with any luck we can probably finish off Dol Guldur based on how damaged they already seem, and that will be the first major milestone of the campaign sorted out. And then we can turn our attention southward to Mordor, which will probably be a bit of a slog because unfortunately Gondor has collapsed at well, is collapsing shortly before we can actually get down there to assist them. Which is a shame, because if Gondor was still alive and holding on to Osgiliath and Caer Andros, Mordor probably would have fallen apart pretty quickly, to be honest with you. We probably would have been in a very good position there. Hello, Dai. Love from Vietnam. There's also someone from Pakistan further up as well, so... It is, this time of day I think definitely works better for people a little bit further east because of the time that I'm doing this. A little bit less well for people further west across the Atlantic. Midway through watching your last stream when this came on. Well, this is the situation that we find ourselves in. Rohan still holding on to things. I will start building watchtowers, I think, along the south of Rockburg just to keep an eye on things, just in case Rohan do start to struggle again. But I don't think they will. I think Isengard are going to have issues just getting across Foldberg, to be honest with you, because the Independent Realms garrison that was in there was enormous, and it was full of mostly like high quality units. So actually that acts as a really nice natural barrier between Isengard and Rohan, so Rohan should be fine. You are on time, Calvin. You are indeed. But this is actually the settlement I'm most worried about, Dor Naurhak, because it's the one that I just took shortly beforehand. Now, I think the saving grace for us is the fact that Rohan do have a bit of an army moving through Dol Guldur land just below us, which is nice. Unless Mordor have taken this, which would be... That would be interesting, because that would imply that Dol Guldur still have holdings further northward, because I know that the Woodland Realms already hold Ostin Galil. So I think Brown Boat is the other settlement that Dol Guldur may very well hold, but if Dale had armies down here, I find it hard to believe they still hold onto that. Yeah, that Haldir's end was I was a bit salty about how that happened, but it is something that we can recover from without too many issues. It is a shame that we lost him because he is a very good general for sort of moving forwards with, but we should be fine. We did actually get this gentleman here, High March Warden Dol Guldur, who is actually our faction heir, which is somewhat interesting. So he must just be a... That would explain why he's got as many men in his unit as he does, because he's got more Elbereth Sentinels than most other bodyguards have. I thought Rumil was our faction heir, but I suppose not. He's still down here in Rockburg. You can start moving across to here. But I'm most worried about Dornauerhak, like I said, because we actually took a fair amount of losses taking this settlement, and if Dol Guldur come at us with another army, we're going to be reliant on the arrow towers to do quite a lot of the heavy lifting. We lost quite a lot of the Sentinels of Carin Amroth and a little bit less of the Yavanna's Chosen, but we still did take losses, so we do need to get some units on the way down there as quickly as we possibly can, I think. But first and foremost, I think if we have a look at our army in here, that is a substantial garrison, which we should not have much in the way of issues holding back against any stacks that spawn, which will happen as a result of the Sylvan Alliance script. What unit does Pollen got? He's got the Elbereth Sentinels. Any regular bodyguard for Lothlorien is going to be the Elbereth Sentinels. Haldir had the Galathrim Archers. His brothers have got the Lothlorien March Wardens, and Celeborn has got the Berio Engelaith. But those are the only unique bodyguards for the only generals that get sort of different bodyguards for Lorien. Everyone else gets the Sentinels.
Yes, my lord.
This is our diplomat, who we are actually sending off this way to...
Yes. Stopping here.
Yes, there's Dol Guldur's capital, so yes, they do still hold on to this bit of land over here. So this is Mordor in front, I'm pretty sure. Dol Guldur hold on to that. And this up here, we want to build an armory here, really, so we can move Celeborn off as quickly as possible. And we will do just that now, I think. Right.
What is it you wish to discuss?
How about an alliance? And I will also give a payment unto you of a very generous 2,000 coins. This is a generous offer, Thranduil. It looks more intimidating than it actually is. Your garrison at Caras Galadon. Well, yeah, but it's a lot of basic elven units, but I do have March Wardens in there, and I do have Gurvaleg in there. But numbers, I think, are key, because Caras Galadon, especially seeing as when the script fires, I believe we get Mirkwood units that spawn to help us in our defence. So against the kind of stack that's coming at us, it will be perfectly fine. And we're not really in a position where we can start spitting out all of our sort of mid-tier units, as they are, for Lothlorien, that we now have access to, because, again, money-wise, we are straddling a line between sort of trying to spread out in a wide fashion. You will get 4 Lorien Archer units. Hello, Monkey's Baboon. A couple of them are very depleted units. They're just ones that I moved back there. I'm going to retrain them.
No, we cannot agree to this.
You're bankrupt and I just offered you money?
Well, that seemed fruitful. Farewell.
This man is really testing my patience. I've got so many units back here that are just doing nothing because I know what's coming. Right, okay, well, I guess with that in mind then, can we build an armory here? We can indeed. And I think it is, with Gurvaleg, it's really possible to get friendly fire. Yes, in the same way that it is with Rangers. So, I think an armory here would... It's 4 turns. But it will probably take them a little while to get up here, and it will give us the ability to move onwards when we so choose. It does give us another turn of scouting, I suppose, with our spies and such as well. But that is all we're going to be able to do for this turn. So, moving onwards. It's probably going to take 7k gold to convince him. I think, considering the fact that the unique factor of what Lothlorien and the Woodland Realms campaign is. I think that a script should not have to require you to start the alliance. I think it should. Most other factions, their scripts work by just giving you a choice at a certain point, and I think around turn 50 to 70 there should just be a choice that pops up saying, hey, do you want to ally with Mirkwood or not? And if you can get an alliance before that, it just counts it as yes. Because I think that would make more sense, because it's kind of annoying, to be honest with you, that the again Moria is being besieged, the bad part of Moria, so that's good for us. But I think it makes more sense for them to just, you know, make it a little bit less annoying for this to actually fire, because I'm starting to lose my patience with it, to be honest with you. That is a Dol Guldur fort. There is a garrison there, so we will need to take that at some point. There's Prince Brand. Also, Dale's best general is actually coming down this way as well. That's interesting. Right, you continue this way. That is Dol Guldur village, so we're going to have to push eastward anyway by the looks of things, because Dol Guldur have taken some of the Rovanian. So we might be heading this direction, which I would probably rather do with Celeborn, to be honest with you. If I go up around here, I think that would be the best route to take. We're definitely making a lot of money, though. It might be worth our while, actually, just to build up some profits for the time being. We don't have an army in here at the moment, but we can change that.
Stay alert.
And right, so we're already building stuff. Maybe some units here. How many recruitment slots have we got? Yeah, I think one each of these should be enough to reinforce our army that's furthest forwards into enemy territory as we push towards the Falls of Rauros. But other than that, I think we are good to go. Yes, I'll definitely be getting a trade agreement with Dorwinian. Based on the fact that Rune lost their leader, and based on the fact that we got a message saying Dorwinian was prospering, I would assume that Dorwinian are winning that war. Hello, Llama Boy. You would certainly hope that Dorwinian are winning that war, because if not, Erebor would find themselves in a massive amount of trouble, considering they have lost the Lonely Mountain. They'll need to get all of their armies up further north, I think, because to be honest with you, that says to me that Gundabad are a threat. There's Thranduil himself, marching off southward. How come we've lost a bunch of money? That's a bit weird. I want to be seeing the money increase so we can bribe this idiot.
They will not see us in the forest.
The goblin horde's enraged. So the goblins have lost Goblin Town. Oh no. Western Moria has been cleared. That's good. So Moria have lost... the goblins of Moria have lost Western Moria. So Khazad-dûm should be... yes, that's what we want. Be rewarded with a military unit. So excellent. Khazad-dûm making progress. If Moria get vanquished, then that should be good for the people up here in the north of the Anduin, because it means Gundabad won't have a natural ally, really, because Angmar are going to be very busy on the other side of the Misty Mountains. Aha!
I'm gonna stick you.
I see you.
Have a taste of my blade.
That's not going to be sufficient if they want to take that fortress, I don't think. So we should be absolutely fine. We're still getting money. You, Prince Brand, is he going to try and take that fortress? I don't mind if they take it, to be honest with you. Let's go this way. There's a Dol Guldur town as well. There's a Dalian diplomat. Hopefully they're not looking to peace out with them.
Yes, my lord. As you
Right, we're getting close. I think Dorwinian should probably have some of these towns over here. I'd be very surprised if Dol Guldur have managed to take absolutely everything over here. You'd certainly hope not. Lothlorien port. Okay. We will I mean, really, we're just waiting on... We just got to wait 2 more turns for the armories to be constructed. And then we can start moving out with Celeborn to start clearing the bits of the Rovanian that have been infested with Dol Guldur filth. And hopefully, as we gain more money, we will be able to get this alliance at long last. I really wonder why Thranduil has been so against it. Because it doesn't make any sense, really. Are they sieging or are they attacking? Oh, they are attacking. That's good. That means we won't take any attrition.
This is our last stand, my friends.
Oh no, they are sieging. Never mind. Well, either way, I'm fine with it. Part of their army is made up of mounted units. What do you study and what year of uni are you on? I study hydrography and I'm on the... Well, I'm doing a master's, so technically it's the first and last year. But obviously based on COVID, it's become a little bit different. I should be done by February, all being well, with university. Right. So we are besieged, but that's fine, as long as they attack in a reasonable time frame. Ah, Dorwinian. How about some trade rights, and we'll give some map information.
It's good to see we could reach an agreement. Another proposition.
Okay.
To listen.
Good.
Well, that seemed fruitful. Farewell.
Mission success. I've been rewarded with some Lorien sentries in my capital. So more military units. Another unit of swordsmen. What is this? Suidan the Handsome. He's got a an Imladris helm. Dol Guldur needs its name changed back to Amon Lank. Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, the title Haldir got was Liberator of Amon Lank, so it is a little bit strange, actually. But I guess, like, it's probably more difficult than you would think to make place names change back and forth. Right, so you're there. And you... Look at that acumen. That's what we like to see. Now then. So you two need to start moving out. We can't reach them in time, I think. Let's see. I can rename it myself, can I? Can I indeed? Show settlement details. Get more Yavanna Sentinels if you can afford them. Well, I'm trying to build up a stockpile of money so I can just arrive at Thranduil's halls with like a ton of cash to the point where he can't possibly say no. I think if I offer him 10,000 gold and he still says no, I wash my hands of the script, to be honest with you. And we just will be ignoring him for the entirety of the game. What is that? Nothing we need to concern ourselves with.
Yes, my lord.
Let's go this way. We don't need to go further east now. We've got a trade rights with Dorwinian. There's nothing else we need. Just click on the name in the build menu. You are correct. Perfect. All is right with the world. Very well. Breland. They lost their leader late on in the last part as well. Yeah, but I want to give him another chance to ally with me, Jasdeep, because it is a neat script. The fact that we could then build Mirkwood units. It would be sorely tempting, actually, to do the script and then throw the Alliance out so we could get the Berio Yengalith as a unit we could train. But I kind of get this... Ooh, hello. We're being attacked. I do kind of get the sense, though, that the problem with doing it that is the Berio Yengalith strike me as a unit which you're never going to be able to field tons of anyway. The upkeep on them is probably monstrous, and the amount of them you can train in a reasonable time frame is probably going to be very limited. I prefer the way Dorwinion does it, where when you choose either men or elves, you get some of the units from the choice that you didn't pick in like a standing army that appears, and when you lose them, obviously they're gone, but still. Right, so they're coming at us from this direction. Right, Lothlorien March Wardens, Elbereth's Sentinels. You over there like so. Right, well, certainly I think you can wait there like that. You can go there like so. Right, we've got other gates, haven't we, indeed? So we're going to be moving out of the other gates with our cavalry. And what is this? Unit of 30. Do we have anything else? Yes, we have the Sentinels of Kerin Amroth, don't we? Well, they need to get off. They need to stand watch there, I think. Okay. I'm on my 3rd year, getting my BA degree in a month. Congratulations. Dorwinian campaign would be cool. I don't like the idea of having Lorien in the Woodland Realm being one country. It makes no sense. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wasn't going to wait until version 5 to play this campaign, because I know that they intend to change the script so you effectively confederate with the other. Depending on how that works, because again, I'm not so sure. These spears, right? They can come down here as well. They're all going to be attacking from the front after all. In fact, we're going to have you continue to stand watch over here for the time being. And right, you. Let's pick and choose our targets a little bit more carefully here. So, could go after the wargs. There's the Uruk bodyguard, but there's no sense in really shooting at them, I don't think. The Uruk slayers are nasty, so we'll go after them with you. For you, we'll go after the Mirkwood hunters, and for you, we shall shoot at the Orc fighters. Playing 3rd age, there are some units that are so expensive that means you can recruit some of your higher tier units. It means you'll get free upkeep. Right then. Okay, I'm actually going to go up to half speed only for the time being, because this is a delicate situation. We do want to be careful. Also, interestingly enough, we took a lot of losses taking this settlement ourselves, of course, but it is interesting to note that the arrow towers will be more damaging to us when we're attacking a settlement than to the orcs, because the orcs have just simply got more men that they can afford to throw away. But I think we should still be, probably be fine. You get up there and ready. What are the wargs going to do, I wonder? Probably just wait. I mean, that's the thing. Like, as soon as their wargs are dealt with, we can get our cavalry round. Hello, SK Lenny. Hello, Tancred. Let's see. So we're going to be doing some good damage here, firing into the hordes as they approach. Actually, I think at this point we can, for crying out loud, fiddly controls. Yes, you go there like so, and actually run. A little bit of urgency is going to be required in this situation. You may also run. And yes, you now need to move as well. Yeah, my mouse is really on the way out. I definitely need to get a new one. And you go over there like that. And that, I think, should be good. Other unit, we have our general who's right there as well, which I think actually we are going to move back over to here. Lothlorien is better in my opinion. Glad your mouse is cooperating now. What Lorien do I prefer? The one in Dak or Reforged? Well, I like the idea that Lorien I like the grey colour scheme of them in DAC, I have to say. It is very aesthetically pleasing. I'm not sure, really. They're definitely very different. You can say that. Oh, for crying out loud, March Wardens, please run.
Repel the attackers. Give them steel.
That's the one thing I would say that is a black mark against Medieval 2. The responsiveness of the units at times is sorely lacking. But hopefully that will not be an issue as we move our March Wardens off the walls. Right, you actually get up there as well. Sentinels of Caras Amroth should be very good at dealing with Dol Guldur host. Right, you actually shoot into them now. There's only 32 of you, so your ammunition's going to last for an awfully long time.
Reached our walls with their siege tower. We must repel them.
Right. Yes, here we go. Dol Guldur host. Should be no match whatsoever for Sentinels of Caras Amroth. The morale shocking capabilities as well of the Gerthinen should be incredibly, incredibly useful. You get in there as well. And you, Lothlorien sentries, can be back up. This is maybe a little bit concerning. Uruk Slayers are not to be taken lightly. But I think we should be fine with the assistance of the arrow towers. Where do you live? I live in the southwest of England. Yeah, Dol Guldur host taking damage, which is what we want to be seeing. What can we go after here? Let's go after the Orc Fighters. They're a unit that will die very quickly to arrow fire. Could go after the wargs as well, but in fact, yes, go after the wargs, because then we can get our cavalry to go out onto the field and do the business. Dol Guldur host is taking enormous damage, which is exactly what we want to be seeing. What is this? Lothlorien warders. It might be worth getting a unit of Lothlorien sentries up there as well, actually. Although I'm not sure how solid that's going to be. We can always get units down off the wall. What settlement is this? It is a... I'm not sure what architecture this is, but it is it's Dor Nauahak, which is the settlement which is on the eastern side of the Anduin around Ammonhen, sort of just north of the Falls of Rauros. In fact, I've got a good idea. If we get you lot over here, and you can actually get down as well. Ooh. Perfect, they're actually leaving. They're charging in with their wargs, which is bold. Greetings from Maryland. Right, come on. This should be enough to kill the wargs very, very quickly, you would think. But I've been wrong before. We shall have to wait and see. The Yavanna's chosen the spears together should be butchering. What are they doing? Oh, no, 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 no. Get out of there. That isn't the direction I wanted you to get down off the walls from. Those Uruk Slayers are a problem, but not an insurmountable one. Again. Need a little bit more reactivity from these men inside the walls. But with some cavalry charging into the rear of them, yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. Shoot at those wargs. Shoot into the Mirkwood Hunters. Yeah, we're getting overwhelmed there, really, which is a shame. But Are you Cornwall? No, I live in Devon. Plymouth is the town which is on the border, effectively, between the two. I swear the cavalry in Dak takes longer to sort of sort itself out than the cavalry in Reforged. Yeah, this is dicey, actually. That should be a decent amount of damage done to them. Again, though, only like... This Lorien cavalry is really disappointing, honestly. Getting 4 kills off a charge is not the sort of performance I want to be seeing. There's only 6 Dol Guldur hosts remaining, so the Sentinels have definitely earned their keep. As long as they can keep these Orc fighters away from the main fight, I'm not too concerned. Otter Falls, the holiday park. That sounds familiar. Honiton, I know where that is. Okay. You get down there as well. Start doing the business. Again, wargs proving to be the bane of my existence once again.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory
Barreling through my units from the front, charging headlong into spears and halberds and still just doing the damage to me. Unfortunate, but I guess it can't be helped. As we take a closer look, our Yavanna's chosen are looking pretty banged up. You live in Norfolk? I've never been to Norfolk. Okay, the Orc fighters are starting to take damage now. Mirkwood Hunters are firing, I think more at point blank than anything else. Right, yeah, you get over here because you're going to get engaged by the Uruk Slayers at some point soon if you're not careful. The Uruk Bodyguard are a real problem here. Again, look at this responsiveness. It's just non-existent in settlements sometimes in Medieval 2. At least the wargs are all gone at this point. Let's see. Yeah, we need to reposition our archers really. You get down over here as well. We need to start shooting the Slayers with something really. Those spears will hold on for a little while longer, as will our Sentinels. Look at this. Why is the unit splitting? Move. Use the roads. Afraid I'm not one for stand-up comedy. Yes, Exeter I've been to a lot. Right, you over here. Oh, yeah, get out of there. Oh, those Orc fighters have actually been butchered by that cavalry, which is kind of interesting. Start shooting at them. Right, finish them off with another charge, and then we'll get into the backs of these units over here. We're going to win this fight, but it is going to be costly. Uruk Bodyguard still proving to be a thorn in our side on the front line. Right, that'll be enough to deal with them. Right, Elbereth Sentinels, shoot into the Uruk Bodyguard, Lorien March Wardens, shoot into the Uruk Slayers. Yeah, I guess so. I swear I saw them pull out spears at some point. But I mean, it would make a lot of sense. It would definitely explain their performances. That was a decent hit. Keep charging in and out of there. Yeah, it's going to be costly. This is what I was kind of worried about. This settlement is going to be a little bit more awkward to hold on to.
Good tidings.
There goes the enemy general. Excellent. I think now, actually, we can just focus all of our units. That's a lot of damage they're taking. Go on, break. Right, we're going to continue. Right, come off fire at will. We will run them all down, and then there shouldn't be an army left to speak of when all is said and done. There's only 2 Uruk bodyguard left, but we did take more losses again. Yeah, maybe I am thinking of the other cavalry unit that Lorien get, Owen. No, you keep charging after that one. Ooh. Uruk Slayers. Charge after them. I mean, hopefully we get some healed casualties after this, because it has been, again, another punishing battle, really. And Dol Guldur are probably going to keep coming after this settlement, if any. Right, charge, please. Those are the Uruk bodyguard. I want to go after them. We've got no problem chasing after the Slayers at this point. Okay, easy does it, and that should be the last of them. Yeah, this army already took a lot of losses, though, taking this fortress, which is the reason why it was probably such a slog, because all of our strong units were already depleted. Yeah. Heroic victory, so a lot of those units should heal. Hopefully. I mean, this is apparently this is our faction heir, so once again we've got him March Wardens in general, only healthy units. Yeah. They are the stronger, well, they are the most important units to a defence, though, really. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Can any Lorien units use stakes? I know that in Divide and Conquer, stakes are limited on purpose. Yeah, they're coming this way again, aren't they? We need to get those 2 units of reinforcements down here as quickly as possible. Hello, Lord Elisar. But yes, usually it's only like a handful of higher tier units that can use stakes. Look at the cash we've got now. Construction complete. Is that an armory? It is an armory, right. So you over here, that's still a Dol Guldur fort, so we are going to head up this way. We are going to construct a watchtower, because we can. Dorlingvar now has... Right, head down this way. So we're going to be able to get some reinforcements to this army. Depleted though it may be, we're going to get a couple like more full units, including some swordsmen, which will be useful in close quarters, because the idea is to sort of flank around with Celeborn, just sort of hold in this city here, go around with Celeborn and tidy up whatever they have left. This is another village that we shall need, but that's as far as Dol Guldur go. So this is the last of their territories. They've got 3 more towns, all of which I hope to take in this part. Bleeding cash with its upkeep. You'd imagine so. Big fan. Thank you, OP Gamer. Right. We'll give it a couple more turns for Thranduil. I think I will offer him a nice sum. Marksman's range. So that's what we need for our Galadon. And this, I believe, yes, this is probably what we need for our Galadon guards and Galadon swordsmen. The strongest infantry. Great market. Oh, that's really good, honestly. Really good. Port, increase in tradable goods. Yeah, we're going to build a great market in Caras Galadon, because it'll put our money through the roof. And we have... Don't we have another general in here at the moment? We do, but there's not really anywhere else we can put him at the moment. We've already got garrison forces everywhere else. Okay then. That should also, next turn we should also have an armory constructed in that frontline town as well, so we will have sort of a natural garrison there, which will definitely help. Otter Falls, Exeter, Sidmouth, Exmouth, Lyme Regis, Ottery St Mary, all places that I know. Hello, Debbie Strell. Thank you very much. Yeah, you could definitely do worse in the UK than to live here, I think. Much worse. So rather than the Sylvan Alliance being the primary focus of this stream, it may instead be the complete eradication of Dol Guldur. We can send an emissary to Gundabad if we want. We won't, but we could.
Come, my brothers.
Right.
Put them down.
We will assault. I think this is going to be an auto-resolve, to be honest. Yes, it is. Only 46 losses, which for a fort is not bad. The arrow towers probably would have done more than that to us if we actually played it.
Guard this area.
So now we have a nice fortress. And actually we're just going to plough right along, to be honest with you. Start heading towards this place. That garrison isn't going to be enough to defeat an army that has dedicated artillery, but the artillery is actually losing men pretty quickly.
Yes, my lord. Come on.
What is this? An army that never stood a chance. Never in a million years. Let's have a look here. We don't really want to build anything else because we want to be saving our money. We have a spy which we can send further south. So I think it will actually be worth our time. Well, how many river crossings are there over here? Crossing this little river here to get to Dorthalu. I don't think there's anyone else we can really get alliances with at this point that aren't, or trade rights even with, that aren't evil. Let's just hold around and use these guys as sort of mobile watchtowers, I suppose. Just go a little bit further south. And that will be that, I think. Next turn, Caliborn should be able to get to that town, and we should be able to take it with relative ease. Lincoln is in East England. Yes, I know someone who lives in Lincoln. I know someone quite well, actually, who lives in Lincoln. It's apparently quite nice. Really, I think as long as you stay away from the really big... Like, London is nice in small bursts, I'll say. Wouldn't recommend London for a great length of time. But if you just go there for a couple of days, it can be just fine. I live near Luton. Right, so I mean, at the very least in this part, we should gain a whole bunch more territory. Dale is sieged. Yeah, you need to... Elkford besieged. That's the Enedwaith capital, isn't it? Come on, Enedwaith. Dunland have actually rallied a lot by the looks of things, which is kind of interesting. Khazad-dûm, they're down here now. As we look elsewhere, what are you doing? You're coming up this way, are you? What is this? Brand? This army, though, we will assault it immediately. These territories belong to us now. It's a little bit more of a significant fight, but ultimately not one that should concern us too much. A ballista really does make all the difference when it comes to attacking a settlement, I think, just because you can... It's the only way that we can really get rid of those arrow towers, which are so costly. I mean, it makes sense. This is what Lothlorien are supposed to be worst at. There's towers. This is... You can see there's some temples of Melkor, which we will absolutely be getting rid of. Right, let's see. And yes, indeed. As for the rest of our army, you can just sort of hang out and wait, I think, until the time comes to try and storm the settlement. We're getting a lot of depleted units at this point, though, in both of our armies. But this is a golden opportunity. This foe is weak, and there is no need to be overly afraid, I don't think. We can also destroy these 2 towers. 3 towers. The downs are awesome. Oh, come on. The accuracy of ballistae as well in this in Dax seems to be somewhat wanting. Well, I suppose as long as we can take down this gate, we should be fine. How are we missing exactly? There we go. Jesus, how much ammunition is this taking? I want to be able to at least take down one of the towers as well. Oh, even yeah, there we go. I was going to save. We at least need to take down the gate, otherwise we've got no way in. See if we can't take down one of the towers as well. How does one miss a target that big exactly? You failed me in every possible way. Safe walking in troubled times. 67% damage. There we go. See if you can't take down that tower as well. Probably not, but one can hope. No, we were unable. They have failed. Which means we're probably going to have to go in just all in quickly so that these towers don't absolutely shred us. Are they firing at us? They're not actually firing at us. Huh. Surprising. I thought they were actual arrow towers, but apparently not. Apparently the distinction is... Right, okay, let's get a unit of spears up here as well. Paranoia about arrow towers. Ooh. Oh, for crying out loud. Get off times 6 speed, I guess. Dol Guldur scouts, eh? How do they have range on us exactly? How have they got that accuracy as well? Don't go up there because a ton of kids go there and I'm socially awkward. My road is literally on the downs, like it's at the bottom of it. Right, well, the artillery crew needs to take a step back, certainly. Right, just shoot them. Kill that unit. There we go. Marvellous. Right, let's just move forward just a little bit more. Because once again, they're probably just going to bulldoze through my formation with wargs, even though I've got spears directly in the way. Shoot the wargs. Actually, you know what? Infighting. Yeah, those wargs I think are actually getting wrecked, which is good to see. I recommend early mornings. Oh yeah, those wargs are doomed. you. Dol Guldur scouts. Sure. Spears forwards. Want to use as few units as possible for this one. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about like location-based stuff. Like in a stream like this, you're not going to get strange people. It is of little concern, I would suggest. Dol Guldur scouts, eh? There are those Mirkwood hunters, actually. Those Mirkwood hunters are the ones we should probably be going after a little bit more so. Is there anything else we can use? Not really. Get out of shield wall, actually. There's no need to be in shield wall. Let's get into those Dol Guldur scouts. Wargs are remarkably resilient. They really are. When do you get units in the movie? The Galadon, they're my highest tier. Technically the March Wardens are in the movie as well, when Haldir and his bunch sort of ambush them as they are sort of leaving Moria. Those are the March Wardens, clad in grey. Dol Guldur host, but again, no real need to worry about that. That's a reasonable sized swordsman unit. Let's get them in here. And they've already used up all their ammunition. That's surprising. Regardless, we should be fine here, actually. Like, again, in melee, like, Dol Guldur are having to still fall back on a lot of their basic stuff. Like, we've seen a little bit of the Mirkwood Uruks, a bit of the Uruk Slayers, but for the most part, the units that we've been seeing from them are still the basic stuff that we've been fighting throughout most of the campaign. And they won't be too much of a problem for us. Just in time, though. Uruk Slayers are upon us. So we'll get our Beriot Yengalaith over there. Lothlorien archers, you can start firing into them. What else do we have? Yeah, they are continuing to run for the hills. Are they charging in or not? They had the opportunity to there, yes, now they are. Still taking damage from them. We need another unit of infantry up here, really, don't we? African shields or Kenyan flag shields. Oh yes, the Lothlorien shields? A little bit, yeah. I do know what you mean. They do look a little bit like African shields, actually, yeah. Those Uruk Slayers shouldn't last too long, you would think. Even though they should actually do fairly well in melee. Like the armor piercing isn't such a concern against Lothlorien sentries. But I mean, they have high enough attack to the point where they will be doing some damage. Still a few units a little bit further back, but again, nothing really to be too worried about. Lothlorien sentries. Why aren't you firing? Can you not fire from that close? Is that the problem, Celeborn? Yes, it is, isn't it? I don't know what it is. I just think that mechanically, Divide and Conquer is just a little bit more fiddly than the other submods. Like, the other submods, I think they obviously have their intricacies and things that, like, you can't really do. But, like, it seems like Divide and Conquer's unit positioning and such is a little bit more fussy. Right, the Dol Guldur host shouldn't really last too much longer. Yeah, those are arrow towers, like, they are firing at us. They're just not doing the same level of damage. Are you going to shoot this time? You should be able to shoot over that wall. Yes, excellent. We should be fine now. Why not? Another unit of swordsmen. Surprised the Dol Guldur hosts are not breaking at the moment. Yeah, easy as you like. Verio Yengalite doing tons of damage now. Dol Guldur host marching forwards. Yep, they're dying. Good. And we'll have another unit of Lothlorien sentries, which should be enough, to be honest with you. What have I missed in my absence? Not much, just sort of some skirmishing against Dol Guldur, slowly eating away at their territory and the like. Lothlorien warders, let's get you into position. Yeah, we'll just keep you in reserve for the moment. All we need is 2 more towns after this, and Dol Guldur are gone. And now they're pulling back. You see the folly of their ways. Or are they just spreading themselves out, which is a bit strange. Yeah, they're gone now at this point. Let's get Celeborn further forwards again. Let's get him in the thick of it, I think, which is risky, but we're going to do it anyway. I wish when you took the walls, the arrow towers flipped as well. It doesn't make much sense that they don't, because you just have to sort of sit there and like, even though, like, if this was an actual siege, up on this little watchtower, there would just be like some dudes up here. You could just send your men in there to just root them out easily, but you can't do that because of the mechanics of the game. What do you think of how in Reforged the Elven Archer focus has gone to Lothlorien from the Woodland Realm? Well, I mean, that's legit. Lothlorien are supposed to be like the finest archers in the land. And the Woodland Realm do have the Ents that they can call upon. And interestingly enough, in DAC, it's kind of the other way around. Lothlorien get the Ents, but the Woodland Realm have got slightly the more aggressive archers, I'll call them. Right, actually, you get away from the arrow towers at this point. There's no need for you to take any more losses. Unnecessarily. Same for you. What else have they actually got left? Uruk Bodyguard? Eh. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Oh, come on. Just use the gate. Forget it. Should they add Gurvaleg or another version to the Reforged? I would say no, because they combine everything that in a multiplayer setting. I mean, there's a case for it, but I don't really think it's needed. Also, in something like Reforged, it's less of a problem in a single-player focused game like this, but in Reforged, where you're playing big multiplayer games, you're asking for a crash by having a unit like the Gurvaleg, to be honest with you. I haven't used them yet, but I'm actually somewhat concerned that a crash might be forthcoming when we go up close on what they're capable of doing. This wasn't a battle we could have auto-resolved, really, because the balance of power was just a little bit too close. But I will say that, you know, Lothlorien attacking a fortress like this, they're not that good at it. Like, the lightly armoured nature of their faction means they take way more damage than you would expect them to. And unfortunately, because we're in a settlement, like these units, even stuff like the Dol Guldur host, they take so long to get through that the arrow towers end up doing most of the work. And going around that way would just lead to yet more damage being done, I think. Send forward another unit of swordsmen, and maybe we will flank around with this bunch. One more unit of swords I think should be enough. What's the state of Gondor at the moment? Haven't heard any more word from them, but their doom stacks will have spawned, so at the very least they will prove to be a little bit of an issue for Mordor for a little while longer. Rohan have also got some units on the eastern side of the Anduin, interestingly enough. So they're probably going after Mordor, which is weird. Starting to struggle, they are struggling. They lost Minas Tirith, so things don't get much more dire than that. The Dol Guldur host continuing to do their thing. Uruk Bodyguard and Mirkwood Hunters. The Uruk Bodyguard are going to be decent against our Lorien sentries, but we have 3 units of them, and we will get reinforcements to them pretty quickly, I think. Might be able to draw them out of the town centre, even. You're on fire at will. I just realised that. If they send the Mirkwood... Oh no, they are sending the Uruk Bodyguard after me. Rohan seems push and pull between the east and west. Don't think they're completely out of the woods from Isengard. Well, I mean, I can't spend more time babysitting Rohan at this point. Like, I've already spent too much time doing that as it was. Right, now we can move forward. We'll actually be out of range of the arrow towers. We'll be able to pincer in, do our thing. But there is that buffer between Rohan and Isengard now, and Isengard still have Enid Wythe from the other side, so it's less clear-cut than that. What are you fighting against? Oh, you're just going to do that, are you? Well, fine, I will take the town centre from you.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. Our men are in command of the city.
Yeah.
We've lost control of the
You have
city.
made a grievous error. Rohan managed to get an alliance with Thranduil. Probably it won't do them any good because they're fighting completely different entities. But it wouldn't surprise me. You can just picture Thranduil's disapproving
Our men no longer
stare
command the city.
as I offer yet another alliance. They do say they're not as wise as their kin, and so it seems to be. Meanwhile, over here, Uruk Bodyguard are a bit of a concern, but Mirkwood Hunters are getting butchered. Again, a few more losses than I would have liked, but it's less of a concern with this army, I think, because of the sheer amount of units we've got. And we've still got some very healthy units, including a lot of Gerthinen, which I don't like using for city assaults like this because they'll be especially vulnerable to the arrow towers. Fëanor the Chad. Right, finally the Dol Guldur host is done for. And you would expect that to be that. And is there anything else? Nope, he was the last one. And you go in there. The Uruk bodyguard. Surrounded. Auto-resolve, it calculates the outcome on armour, so Isengard will win. Auto-resolves more often and Lorien might struggle. It's not quite that simple because a lot of the auto-resolves I've been doing against some of the Orc factions, yes, I know that Dol Guldur's armour is going to be poor as well, but Lorien's armour is not good across the board at the low tier. And the auto-resolves that I've done have been very dominant in favour of me, so I'm not sure how accurate that is. Okay. Let's get Celeborn into the fray, I think. Try and get him over and around. There goes the enemy general. That should be that, you would think. Oh, there we go. Perfect. More of Dol Guldur. Taking off yet more chunks of them. That great market in Caras Galadon should greatly assist our economy as well. Ideally what I want to do is defeat Dol Guldur in the way we're doing now, which is kind of a grinding thing, which should be doable, because if we can keep up the pressure they should crack under it. And then just ease off a little bit, wait a couple of turns, establish ourselves, and then go all in on Mordor. And try and break their back as quickly as we possibly can. Yet another settlement belongs to us. And we will immediately... Yes, we will construct an armory here to keep the unruly locals in check. What are you? Again, just a dreadful army that is barely even worth my time. What is this? A more serious army. Lots of orc maulers, but again, if you look at it more closely, it's just host maulers and goblins because they can't construct now, I don't think. Anything of greater import. We already have an armory, I think. Yeah, I will save it there though, because again, a little bit suspicious of crashes at this stage in the game. We are now looking much more impressive territory-wise. A lot of these towns we're taking are technically not all that useful to us unless we garrison them with a good general, but we need our good generals to be pushing forward, so it's something of a strange situation that we find ourselves in. But again, more towns does mean more money ultimately, even if it is not going to be as much as we get from upgrading our big centres. Another army. Yeah, they should be... Their back is now against the wall. Dol Guldur. And the first campaign goal will be sorted. And really, as soon as I get the Sylvan Alliance script, I've got so many units in Caras Galadon that I can start moving forwards. We'll lose a hell of a lot of money doing so, because... What is this? Yes. Hornburg is sieged. Come on, Rohan. Alkford has been sacked. Enedwaith are losing ground, I think, to Dunland. Caras Galadon is 4 turns and we'll have a great market built. What have we got going on here? Right, so what are we doing? Lots of money on the way in. We'll send you down this way.
We must give up the road.
And I think we do need to start training more men. So let's have a look. What can we build in here? We can build some Sentinels of Kerin Amroth, which we will do. We can build some Yavanna's Chosen, which we shall also do. And we shall build, I think, some more spears. Caras Galadon is definitely the place we want to be building stuff because of the upgrade stuff. Do you think Feanor cared for his son and his wife? I think yeah. Militia armory. Let me see. We've got our forts. There are armies on the way somewhere, so I think it is within our interest to sit tight for the time being and just sort of wait a moment. Some Lothlorien warders here. Yeah, they're close, so we'll get them to the front line as well. Speaking of which, I do like the red colour scheme of Feanor's army in Silmarillion. Mirkwood and Dale have gotten a lot of land south of their capitals. Hopefully with the addition of our new economic boosts, we'll be able to convince Thranduil to actually ally with us. Start building watchtowers south of Dor Nauhak. I'm not leaving Dor Nauhak while there are big armies moving around, because my army will be squashed if I'm careless. And that's not how I want to start losing ground. I'm in a position now where I can finally end Dol Guldur. And that's not something I want to throw away just because I was building some watchtowers. That's less than ideal. What have you done, Thranduil? You've gotten yourself killed. The Khan of Khand is dead. Another Khan of Khand is dead. The Umbaran fleet is on the move. Fornost has been assaulted. Maybe Legolas will be more interested in an alliance now that his father has passed away.
Have a proposition for us?
How about an alliance? And I will make a payment of 10,000 gold.
I accept this.
There we go.
deal with pleasure.
All it needed was Thranduil's demise.
You have another worthy proposal. The pleasure was all ours. Farewell.
All he needed to do was die and our problems were solved. What is this? Woodland Realm? That's fine.
Without question.
That is another
Tomorrow's
Woodland Realm
journey
town.
planned out.
Where did he go then? Did he go off and fight Gundabad and get himself killed? And now I'm broke? No, don't worry about it. We're making money. Hello, Lango. Speaking of which, the next replay that's coming out is from Lango. Should be on Friday.
Come, my brother.
We don't need money where we're going. So now the Sylvan Alliance script should fire. In theory.
Approaching quietly.
Thranduil has perished. I can't say I'm sorry to see the back of him. He was immensely annoying throughout the entirety of this campaign. But I guess Legolas is in charge now, and whoever he left behind in his father's halls said yes to the alliance. So we're good. We are golden. In fact, I'm going to save it just in case it crashes. Okay. Hopefully Thranduil died by warg charge. Well, possibly. That's an interesting one though, because his bodyguard unit is very strong as well. Gundabad are a bit of a concern, honestly, because if they're like able to take Erebor and then also start doing some significant damage to Dale and Mirkwood. Like, I don't want them blobbing up on the north, because that would make the campaign... We'd be in a rather untenable position at that point. Woodland Realm are probably happy about Thranduil being dead. I mean, to be fair, I like Thranduil, to be honest, as a character. I really do, but... functionally speaking, he was getting in the way of progress here. Dol Guldur's final stand. Sauron's Mirkwood fortress is threatened from all sides. Its last generals requisitioned to force. Dol Guldur... Hang on a minute. Whoa, hang on. Hornburg is sieged. Dol Guldur diminished. That's fine. A visitor from Mirkwood. Here we go. The night is calm, the woods asleep, or so it seems. The silvery moon glitters above, intense and yet so shy. Between the trees, patches of intense light and deep darkness intermingle. Without a sound, horse and rider pass from tree to tree, a ghostly presence in the distance. As it approaches, the spectre becomes solid, the details sharper. The elf is clad in green and brown. His fair face wears a smile. The white horse stoops 2 steps from us, and a clear voice breaks the veil of silence. "My name is Lasagol," he says, "a messenger from the king of the elves in northern Mirkwood. I bring tidings of danger and of friendship. I have come to see the Lord and Lady of Lorien. Please let me pass your guard post without delay and lead me straight to them." How shall we deal with the visitor? Yes, allow him to pass. He is a Sylvan elf. No, send him back. Well, yes, of course we shall accept. Dale is sieged. The One Ring has been located in Isengard. That's not too far away, but it comes at an ill-opportune moment. Thranduil's bodyguard will always have a career in L'Oreal adverts. Well, quite so. Right, so that's the Sylvan Alliance script. Dol Guldur, however... Of course they would spawn there. Of course. This game just cannot catch me, cannot let me have a break, can it? It spawns in one of the most awkward positions within its territory just because. For crying out loud. Alright. Well. We're going this way then. We need to get an army over to Amon Lank as quickly as we possibly can. Because they're going to try and retake Dol Guldur. They're going to retake Dol Lingvar. That's not going to be something I'm going to be able to stop, but that's so annoying. Like, why can't it just spawn near their capital? Also, shouldn't their Doomstacks have spawned when I took Dol Guldur itself rather than now? Consistency, lads. It's key. And I'm not seeing an awful lot of it. Right. Well, with that in mind, actually, what I'm going to do, considering we are only 1 turn away from recruiting a bunch of new units, I'm going to start sending some of my units out there now. Yeah, you can go as well, actually. So those 4 can start moving. You can go over here. Get another general in there. Okay. Noldor were better than Sindar. Isn't unexpectancy the spice of life? I don't know, I wouldn't call stacks of orcs roaming through my lands the spice of life. But I mean, that... I suppose it makes some sense that they are continuing to be the thorn in my side, the death throes, because they will not have success. They didn't siege. I guess they are they moving directly towards Dol Guldur? That would be a bit of a shame, because I don't think I'm going to be able to make it there in time to reinforce it properly. Which is really annoying. Rohan have lost Hornburg. I'm done with Rohan. Rohan have just been utterly worthless, without merit throughout this entire campaign. The Golden Wood, the green heaven, fittingly called the fairest dwelling of our folk. High among the trees we climb up. Fair lady, my king sends words of great danger. A large host of orcs is on the move. They are sent to burn the Golden Wood. Should we survive, my king wishes to join our fight. What is your will? Yes, we will need them all. Lebanon under siege. More of Gondor's places are dying off. Right, you.
Come, my brothers.
We have... Yeah, we need everything.
Follow me. Scout the area, my lord.
You go this way.
Elves.
You go this way. Can we make it back there in time?
Sire.
What if we go this way? What is this?
I'm gonna stick you.
Are you?
Assail them.
We protect. Have a taste of my blade. I'm gonna
Bah.
stick you.
Most concerning. Well, Isengard continuing to... Isengard must have just gone around this independent town then. Well, regardless, as long as Rohan can just continue to be... Where did that Dol Guldur army slink off to? Are they just in the trees? You might have Angband in the north, or Gundabad in the north, Isengard eventually in the south, Mordor at your door, and Dol Guldur in your backyard. Yes. Well, I mean, even though Thranduil has died, the fact that Anduin Vale hasn't been overrun by Gundabad is probably a good sign, because you'd think they would be the softest target. Look at Dorwinion, look. Yes. Here we go. Let's go. Dorwinion. My boys. They are here. Clad in lilac. No more messing around. A suitable husband. Sure, why not? Lebanon has fallen. Gondor is getting crushed. Enedwaith have retaken that. Where did that stat go? Oh, I see. They're going this way. Of course they are. Well, actually, I don't mind so much about that. Can we reach that? Maybe we can. I don't mind so much that they're going to retake that settlement, to be honest, because it's on the periphery. If they took... I'm surprised they didn't go straight for that, to be honest, but no matter. It gives us the ability to quickly reinforce Amonlank.
For the light. My lord. Onward.
Get units over there. When is the script going to... so we've got our units back here. Good, good. Can we build a port? We can, which will increase trade goods, which I think is necessary. We need as much economy as we can get. Right, so what is Dorwinion doing? Look at this. Look at this general. Look at these stars. Forthwin the Fearless. That's what I like to see. Right, the question is, do we go straight for Dant Alad down here? Oh yeah, look, they've taken Dorthalu. Perfect. Right, Dorwinion can actually go ahead and do the business there. Yes, we will assault this settlement here, take it, and all will be right with the world.
Put an end to this evil.
So we are going to get the Sylvan Alliance script to fire this part, and we could see the back of Dol Guldur. This could be... It was looking like it could be a really awkward part, but now... And before they turn into a second Rohan, nah, Dorwinion. I know, Dorwinion are my boys, I can tell already. They won't be failures. We might have to deal with Isengard again, though. If they border us in Rockburg, then we're going to have like a constant garrison force in the south. Right. Let's bunch up our archers again. This is a better settlement for us to take as well, because there's no arrow towers, so we can basically attack them at our leisure. You three, actually, you can go over on this side. And that should be sufficient. Okay. Well, there are wargs, which, you know, wargs, public enemy #1. We want to be extremely careful of wargs. You follow them. What do we got here? Sentries? No, that's not what I need. We only have you, I guess. Are you even allied to Dornian? Oh no, just trade, because they're the I only got trade with them a few turns back. Right, what have we got here? What have we got in this town? This is their capital, effectively. Orc fighters, easy prey. Orc maulers, easy prey. Yeah, the wargs are the only thing to be concerned about here, really, aren't they? Let's be real. Actually, we can... shoot at them. But I will want an alliance with Dorwinion, I think. Who would have thought? Lothlorien and Dorwinion marching on the Black Gates. That could be what happens. Shoot them. Orc fighters? I think not. This is going to be nasty for them. Unshielded. You could just tell from their armour that they're not exactly blessed with the finest equipment that gold can buy. I've seen some great Skyrim mods expanding the capitals. There was a mod that I used for Skyrim to expand the cities a little bit. It just gave them a little bit more flavour, which is good. I'm real interested to see when they do the Beyond Skyrim stuff, what they do with places like the Imperial City, because they got like banged up before the game even started in the Great War. Okay, start shooting at them. Right, wargs, keep them far away from Celeborn. Right, okay. So they are being aggressive. Or are they? Maybe not. Okay, let's just throw our cavalry under the bus and we'll just jump on them. Yeah, none of this is really anti-cavalry stuff, but it's gonna be brutal for them. Yeah, they're done for. They're done out here. Go after the maulers. Actually, sellswords, you get in there. Actually, break them. Break them with all due haste.
Victory will be ours.
The College of Winterhold, that the collapse is like hazy, but it's heavily implied that the mages were responsible, or at least one mage was responsible for it. The College of Winterhold questline, though, in Skyrim wasn't that good.
The gates are down.
Of all the guild quests, like the guild quests in Skyrim are already pretty poor, to be honest with you, in comparison to their peers. But the College of Winterhold was the
Only half the enemy force remains.
was probably my least favourite of them. Interesting fact, though, was that Morrowind was the first fantasy RPG I ever played when I was but 7 years old. And it's a standard which hasn't really been met since, at least in terms of fantasy games. Definitely a special one was Morrowind. Ooh. No, don't. Cavalry, you get out of there. Yeah, keep shooting at them. Well, I think the issue that Morrowind has is the fact that the gameplay is extremely dated these days, which makes it hard to go back to. But there are mods that exist from a visual perspective that unironically make it look better than Skyrim. Which is bizarre. I don't know how they've managed to do it, but it is an absolutely outstanding visual mod setup that Morrowind has. But just what the Elder Scrolls was in the Morrowind era is just more interesting than it is now. But I could go on a very long tangent about the Elder Scrolls. I could talk about it for hours. Ironically, actually, Lord of the Rings was something that did do damage to the Elder Scrolls by proxy. Because the inspiration that it took from Oblivion onwards from Lord of the Rings is clear for all to see, and it's to the Elder Scrolls' detriment, not its benefit. Like, I just feel like if you've got something unique, you shouldn't change it to be more palatable to everybody. And Morrowind was definitely unique, which is something that I don't think you can claim Oblivion and Skyrim were. Both of them have merit, and they're both still, you know, very good games, but Knights of the Old Republic is another one. Like, Knights of the Old Republic was the other game. Like, in 2003 was when I played Morrowind and Knights of the Old Republic. And they were the two games that sort of really got me into that genre in the first place. And it's, yeah. In multiple ways, they have standards that have not been met again. It's definitely a... I think the thing is, though, like, the Elder Scrolls is... Well, it's complicated, isn't it? I think Bethesda have got something to prove now, considering the damage they've done to their own reputation. Yeah, we may as well go up to ×2 speed, to be honest with you. We're just going to shoot them as much as we can, and then clean them up. Yes, the Old Republic was the MMO, and I did see the cinematics they made. A lot of effort was put into them, you're correct. Right, so we're out of ammunition now. What sort of unit shall we use? The sellswords, perhaps? Let's just go in with all of them, actually. But yes, Morrowind from a lore perspective is by far the best Elder Scrolls game, I would say.
The enemy's walls belong to us now.
You got the sense in Morrowind that it was a genuine culture of its own, that you didn't get quite so much in Skyrim and Oblivion.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Yeah, the Elder Scrolls 6. Worth waiting a decade for? We'll have to wait and see on that, won't we? There goes the dog again. And there we go. Perfect. I've not played Resident Evil games, no. Knights of the Old Republic was one of the first RPGs I played. Yes. Someone else that walked the same path. I noticed actually as well that it showed up in my feed that Pixelated Apollo was playing Pathfinder Kingmaker, which is obviously inspired by the old CRPG games, which obviously I was too young to play, but I did play Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's an incredibly long game, so I wouldn't expect Pixelated Apollo to get all the way through it in a YouTube series. I think, who hasn't played GTA at this point, Owen? Would probably be a question that could be asked. Have Dol Guldur been? Well, I mean, that's literally all Dol Guldur have left now at this point. This settlement over here, with you there as well. Let's just move northwards. Hopefully Dorwinion can take that settlement, because I really don't care about taking it for myself. Okay. Let's save the game. I have played Far Cry, yes. I played Far Cry 3. Which I think is probably for the best, because I think a lot of people consider 3 to be probably the best one. Now then, will the Sylvan Alliance script kick in at this moment, I wonder? There it is, Mordor. And so we fight. We'll finally get to see Caras Galadon. Well, we will as soon as they decide that the siege is over. The situation is developing. And hopefully we can Adunaim or Adunaim. Shadow attack. Grim tidings, my lord. The warning we were brought has come to fruition. A horde of orcs has swept away our border guards and sentry posts and now laid siege to the gates of Caras Galadon. With the aid of our kin or not, we must now face this force. The King of Rohan is dead. Theoden has failed for the last time. The Khan of Karn is dead. How are Karn still alive? They've gone through so many Karns. The Grey Havens. I've reached the Grey Havens? Apparently I've reached the Grey Havens. Okay, cool. Mithlond has been ransacked. Has it? Whoa. The rumours were true, but the elves could not ready in time. And the greatest refuge in the west has fallen? Oh my. Sure. Edoras is sieged. The heartlands of the Haradrim. Okay. Alkford has been sacked. Mistrand has been besieged. Okay, so Rune are on the verge of collapse. So, oh, I see. Right. So the Adranaim are attacking the Grey Havens. Hello, Exarior? Anyway, enough of that. So the High Elves are finally being tested by the looks of things by the Black Númenóreans. That's interesting. Right, we're probably losing money. Right? Well, we're not actually losing that much money. Right. Dant Alad. Let's build an armory for you. What are you doing? What is that? They've got some Camel Shadow Knights? Come on now. That's not fair. Is that going to be a sufficient army to... Actually, let's see if we can't cheese it. We'll put our things on the bridge to try and make it so they can't get across.
Your orders.
We'll do the same there. What are you doing, Dorwinian? Please don't tell me you failed. I've had to deal with so many of my allies failing me.
Without question.
Right, we're putting our dudes on the bridge. We're trying to cheese it. Isengard are beating Rohan again. The High Elves are being sieged. Enedwaith have lost their capital for a second time, which probably means they are doomed. Mordor have taken that. I mean, Gondor are still kind of here. Like, they've lost the heart of their realm, but they're still there. Rohan are just useless in every capacity. Isengard. Ugh. So now we're going to have to deal with Isengard as well, are we? It's all going down now. The thing is, if this campaign ends in failure, it won't be of my own making. It'll just be because my allies have collapsed on all fronts. The only ally I've had that hasn't been a liability have been Khazad-dûm. They have done their job, but everyone else, literally all of them, have face planted in some capacity. Okay then. Dorwinian won that fight, which is good. This is a full army after all, and those were scattered Dol Guldur stacks. Well, Dol have been impressive. Here we go. Caras Galadon. Uglat. What a very apt name. Let's go.
must not be allowed to triumph this day.
This is something I'm looking forward to, actually, because Caras Galadon is not a battle map that has a reforged variant, really. I know that WK has had one in the works for quite some time, but it still hasn't shown up. Here we go, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Interestingly enough, even though on the battle map it's... Right, so what have we got going on here? We have got archers. A lot of archers, so that's where they're coming from. We have the gates, we have some sentries. Actually, interestingly enough, do we have... Yes, so we have the armour upgraded version of the Lothlorien sentries now, because this is obviously the version we're building in Caras Galadon. We've got some elven defenders who have some armour upgrades as well, so they're the ones that we want right on the front line, because we don't mind if they perish, because they are our garrison forces. Right. Elsewhere, let's see, we have these. We don't want all of our dudes to be up on these high bridges, I don't think. Where are the Woodland Realm army? I don't know if they arrive as AI reinforcements or what. No, we definitely don't want Gerthenen up there. Lothlorien March Wardens. You go... Well, actually, Albereth Sentinels. Wait a minute. So these are 2 units of Albereth Sentinels? No, you're... Wait a second. So where are you? No, you're over there. Okay. Well, you can go here like so. Orifin can go over here. No, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Gerthenen. Warg charge at low speed. Did you get extra units, or is that your standard army? This is my standard army. I don't know how, because you are supposed to get Mirkwood units if you say yes to the Alliance, aren't you, that show up? So I'm wondering if they show up as like a reinforcing army to come to our aid, which would make sense considering what we were told about. You can just be sort of back here. This is one of those settlements where positioning your units exactly is kind of awkward, which is... Right, Yavanna's chosen. We will put you back here. We'll move you in as and when you're required. March Wardens. Right. We don't want fire at will. You're up there, you're up there. I'm just paranoid about setting up in a certain way. That's the Gurvaleg. Okay, yes, we need you down here because you're not going to be doing anyone any good over there. Yes. Right. And that means we could do with you moving across just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Fire at will off. You definitely shouldn't be on fire at will. Ah, it's you. You're the one that's further back. Good. Come on. Jesus Christ. These are cool, but again, Medieval 2. With its positioning intricacies. Can fight you every step of the way. Okay. Well, sod it, that'll do. This map looks super cool. Yes, it does. What are you doing? No. There we go. Good. So we've got our Sentinels of Carin Amroth, just the one unit of them. We've got our armour upgraded Lothlorien Sentries and Warders. We've got our Albereth Sentinels, our General's Bodyguard unit. More Warders, standard Warders, Archers with the upgrade. This is our heavy hitter, our Gurvaleg. But they're a unit which has some positioning bits and pieces that we do need to take into account. Lothlorien archers. Okay. Actually, that's a good point. Let's have a little look at what Mordor are rolling with here. Orc raiders, archers, sure, go after them. They got some trolls, regular trolls. Lots of orc band as well. And orc I mean, yeah, these units are pretty trash, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know why I was so concerned. Actually, we should be just fine. Shoot at the rate. No, wait, hang on. Are they out of range, really? You should be able to reach them at least. Yes, you can. I knew you could do it if you put your mind to it. Right. Yeah, just fire in there. Just start teeing off into them. They are still hanging out. Yes, this is you, isn't it? Excellent.
Curses! The enemy are battering down our
Get that
gates.
ram away from the gate. There's no point, they're going to come in anyway, and quite frankly, I'm not all that concerned. We do not need to concern ourselves with such things. A lot of these units just don't have the ability to withstand the kind of assault we're going to be. I don't want to use the. I don't want to push the Gurvalag in immediately. I might not even end up using them in this battle, to be honest with you. But don't worry, we will. We'll push them out to an army further outwards to utilise them if needs be. Yavanna's chosen. You move over there.
The enemy's ram has breached the gates.
Right. March Wardens. You start shooting the Uruk bodyguard, actually. Start shooting the Orc band. Yes, this is excellent.
The enemy have the walls. Look to our defense or all will be lost. The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Yavanna's chosen. Yeah, start shooting at the units further back because we don't want to be getting friendly fire. And I think that is it in terms of all of our units. The trolls are in there, but there's no need to be concerned about that. Excellent. I'm pulling in the views today, am I? I can't actually see how many views I'm getting on the Xbox thing. All I can see is a full screen of the stream and a thing. 42. That's pretty damn good indeed. Right, you jump on the trolls. Get some swordsmen in there. Yeah, we're ripping those orcs apart back here. It was never in doubt. This might be the one and only time we see Caras Galadon in this campaign. Because if we're getting sieged in Caras Galadon once again, we will be. That will not be good. It's a sign that the campaign has maybe taken a very ugly turn indeed. Look at all of this, look. Uruk bodyguard are in there. Yeah, let's get a unit of. Let's get our Gerthenan in there as well, I think. If they really want to go after the Elbereth Sentinels, I mean, that's a bold move. The trolls are here. Okay. No, actually, wait. Halt. What are you doing? Have you seen how desperate I am to see... You make the same amount of money from streams versus normal uploads? I've got no idea, to be honest with you. I have not a clue. Alright, let's get these units in close then.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
Right, that should be the beginning of the end for them. How is it that these units here, like our sort of more mid-tier forces, seem to be the ones that like take more of our damage? It's very bizarre. Okay, well, I mean, they're all routing actually. Yeah, there's no point. Let's not tempt fate. I really don't want to be getting friendly fire with these, and that is definitely a possibility. We'll use them in the next battle we have them in. How does it work with streams and non-donated funding? I've got no idea. Like I said, it's kind of weird. Like, my knowledge of actually the whole YouTube thing is relatively limited, really. Look at all of these orcs. Like, none of these were killed in melee. They were all killed by archers before they ever made it inside. But we didn't get any reinforcements from the Woodland Realm, which is kind of disappointing, because I thought that was part of the script. I thought it was involved in what went on. But apparently not. The units that took the most casualties were actually our like Sentinels of Kerin Amroth, which is kind of annoying. I think this troll is the last one left. He hasn't broken. Oh, there he goes. Good night, sweet prince. And that is that. Orc Raiders, they're back. They're back for round 2. Well, if they want to come forward and just go into our archers, that should be absolutely fine. They all run for the hills. Marvellous. The streams are a lot more entertaining. It should be. It should be worth my while to do it. Like, I can't... Especially considering now, like, people... The big companies who run these things, they want to encourage streaming a bit more because it has become more lucrative for them. So I can't imagine they would make it an unattractive proposition. But again, the best way to just make sure that is a non-factor really is to just do both. There we go. Marvellous. Only 100 losses. Right then. So we're going to need a garrison force constantly down in Rockburg, which is fine by me. Now that Isengard are making inroads into Rohan. There's just enough people where we have an actual conversation, but not too many that the chat just flies by. How aren't Elven Defenders dead? They do have the armour upgrades, and you know, they're not bad. They're still an Elven light line infantry unit. There goes Mordor. Are they actually attacking? Oh, they are. Bold of you. Well, they're sieging. But yes, that's a sign that... oh no, they are just straight up attacking. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I've sent some of those units to Rockburg. If they focus on us, to be fair, maybe that will give Rohan the breathing space they need, because I don't even really need... So, I mean, pretty much all of our force over here is archers, which maybe isn't... Let's actually see what they've got at their disposal, because Isengard are probably pumping out some of their strong stuff at this point, like Uruk-hai infantry. No, those are raiders. Those are Uruk-hai archers. Those are crossbows, though. So the crossbows, a concern. But the other stuff, not so much. Lorien archers. Okay. The best way here, I think, is to just sort of spread ourselves out just a little bit. We also have a substantial ranged advantage, I think. But it is a fairly key battle, this, because if we do make a meal of it, Isengard will take Rockburg, and it will be annoying to try and have to take it back. Let's just make sure it doesn't come to that. Right. What is this? Legio the Second Westfold. Excuse me? Yeah, just go all in on those crossbows. Uruk-hai Raiders. Let's see if we can't get into the narrowest point of this road. That'll do. Anyone lagging? It shouldn't be. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to charge into melee. As much as I would like to... I'd just rather the crossbows didn't touch us at all. How is Rohan doing? Someone donated $500. Are you serious? Hold on. Hold on a moment. $500? No, I don't think so. No, yeah. No, it's fine. I just donated $550. No. Surely not. No, yeah. Like it'll show up on the live chat if I see that. No. I was gonna say that would be a little bit extreme. Yeah, that's inaccurate information, which I'm actually not too... Like, again, like if someone's donating that much money, like it might be just a wee bit too much. Actually, yeah, we'll get Rumil out of there, because he's getting shot. Getting shot up pretty bad. You get out of there, March Warden. Yeah, the Elven defenders will do okay. They'll at least hold them back. Yeah, keep fighting, man. Yeah, getting up close and personal with those Uruk-hai crossbowmen was definitely the right call. We'll get over here with Rumil so that we can start shooting into the backs of the Uruk-hai raiders as well. But yeah, that's a better thing to donate to than me. Definitely. Oh, they're coming after Rumil once again. Well, I mean, if they want to keep doing that, then they're going to continue to get shot by my Lorien archers as they do so. So yes, we shouldn't be in too much of a pickle here. Yeah. Okay. Shoot at them. As soon as those crossbows are dealt with as well, we'll have another unit of archers that we can utilise. These Uruk-hai archers, though, they're pretty decent. Like, I'm so used to in Reforged Isengard being arguably the most underwhelming archer faction in the game, because they've got other tools which are just so much better. But actually, the Uruk-hai archers in this mod
They have lost half their
are
men.
something to be taken somewhat seriously. The raiders. Actually, yes, let's we'll continue to shoot, and actually we'll charge into them in melee, to be honest with you, just to stop them from firing. And then we can shoot into the backs of those Uruk-hai raiders with Rumil. What happens if you get the one ring? If you get the one ring, you can take it to Mordor and instantly destroy Mordor if you get to Mount Doom. Which is the best way to defeat Mordor, to be honest with you, if the ring is in a place that you can
If we continue like
get
this,
to
we
with
will
some
smash the
ease. Alright. Try and just get into melee with as many of them as possible. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, you rule them all. Exactly. So yes, we're definitely going to need to reinforce this position now that we're being attacked like this. An interesting settlement to defend against a bigger army, I bet, because there's not a lot of room. Thranduil always gets what he wants. Well, actually no, because he's dead. He has perished. He should have accepted my alliance sooner. Maybe it wouldn't have happened. But yes, this battle is now done with.
The enemy army flees the field.
Yeah, we can kill them all. There goes their general. Yeah, those Uruk-hai archers are going to get hunted down as well, I think. Where's the last one then? Oh, there he is. Yeah, Thranduil.
Awed by the victory we have won here today.
He was always going to go out in such a fashion, I suppose. Probably going to start losing money now, though, that we're sort of spreading our units out from Caras Galadon because of how many free upkeep slots we've got there. How do you get Mirkwood units? Yes, it is a building. It's the Sylvan Alliance encampment, which we can now build in a few places. Caras Galadon is definitely one of them, though. And that will be where we build them because it's our best recruitment place. It is a finely balanced thing now, though. We're in a position where we are still in danger of enemies being upon us from all sides. Mistrand overrun, so Runagon, basically. Dorwinion have bent them over, and that's the end of them. I think they are actually stuck, are they? Wait, hold on. Where did that Dol Guldur army go? Is it down here? Did it go around? Is it about to come down upon me with righteous fury? It might be worth our time just to have a little bit of a look.
My lord,
Let's go over here.
as you wish. Yes, tomorrow's
No, I guess not.
journey planned
I guess they
out.
just struck out into the east, which is a weird choice to make, but who am I to judge? Right, you go in there. That's a decent force. I think, honestly, we could probably hold Dol Guldur with a force like that. Well, they've got their elite units, haven't they? It's a last stand stack, so perhaps not. Anyway, let's get some of these units on the move. let's move. We're getting a lot of these random dudes. Okay,
For the light!
I think we'll go down here with you. Right, we need to build something. Not a leather tanner though. Not a leather tanner. We will build, well, we don't really need roads here though, do we? We've already got paved roads in there. Hello Dustin. Who is taking over the north? The orcs of Dol Guldur? The orcs or Dol Guldur? Let's see. Hello Paul Lowe as well. So we're still building a port. Yeah, we need more units. We need to start pumping units out. We could go... Yeah, I think we'll build another unit of you. And... March Wardens, perhaps? March Wardens are a very fine unit indeed, but I think more melee is actually required. Let's go for... These guys have never let me down. So in a couple of turns, or 3 turns rather, we should be able to build a Sylvan Alliance encampment. Very nice. Amon Lank. Interesting. I wonder where that Dol Guldur army has gone then. Have they just like, gone into the trees? Are they going as the crow flies to Amon Lank? Maybe. Armory over here. Yeah, I mean... We will save the game there, I think, because it's a good place to save it, just in case of a crash. Isengard rear their ugly heads once again. The One Ring is in Orthanc. But I think now we've got the opportunity to just stabilise, build out a little bit. And to be fair, in the north, Mirkwood, they are still holding on because they've still got their northward territories. Ah, there we go. That's where they are. So they are going to go and take that settlement back. Aren't they? Yes, they just took it straight back. I was going to say. Would you play any other games? It depends what people want to see, to be honest with you. Like, this is the content that people know me best for. So it's the one that obviously will always be taking centre stage. The High Chieftain of the Orcs. High Chieftain of the Orcs. Is that Gundabad? That would be a good thing. Edoras is sieged, so... Kinfolk parley. We have been called to Mirkwood to discuss the future of our peoples. We must decide whether or not we need the aid of our kin to the north. Their archery skill is almost unmatched, but they have repeatedly lost areas of their great forest to the forces of Sauron, and now they cower in their caves. However, if we joined in union, then together we may be more powerful than the followers of Melkor and even the nations of Gondor and Rohan. That's not saying a lot in this campaign, to be honest with you, Rohan especially. But this decision is not to be made lightly. Together we might become stronger, but we will also carry their burdens with us, and this will likely affect our own ability to outfit our finest warriors. Send our finest diplomat north to spend a season with our kin to discuss the agreement. What is this?
Is that what you want?
Approaching their dignitary. 'Tis good to see you, my friend. How can we help?
Okay.
Good day to you.
So what? Do we just leave the diplomat here? Or do we actually have to do something? Because there wasn't any option there to actually well, I mean, we'll just have our diplomat stand there, I guess, and we can't actually do anything else now because I've already right. I mean, that's not good though. I just saw a massive Gundabad army just hanging out in the middle of their lands. Gundabad doing that well, I think, is again a bit of an anomaly because normally Erebor are supposed to be able to hold them at bay.
Sire. Scout the area. Elves, we must
Regardless, what is that?
I'm gonna stick you.
A force which should not be able to take the town is what that is, because that includes
To my blade.
unarmoured things. Move them there and wait. Okay. Then that is what we shall do. Right, you What have we got going on down here? We have got 2 turns until that is done. Right.
Yes, my lord. My lord.
Let's see what they want to do now.
Approaching quietly.
So have they gone in to go after Dol Guldur again? If they have, then I can double back. Dantalad. Right, they've already moved. Right, we can build more things though. I actually do want another ballista, definitely. In fact, I want 2. I want ballistas for all of my armies that are going to be moving forwards. And over here, you know what, that'll do for the time being. That will do. I am going to accept the alliance though, I think, because as nice as it would be to have Beriogi and Goliath as a trainable unit, I don't think we're going to be able to build as many of them. And I just like the flavour of having sort of like the alliance. Again, it's a similar reason to why I tried to save Rohan, because it's thematic. Even if they have failed in every way. Am I even in the correct region though? Because I think that is a region border, isn't it? And I think technically I'm in the region south of Thranduil's Halls, which again is another one of those annoying little details, isn't it? I think we're going to have to wait yet another turn. There's Gundabad. They are sieging Thranduil's Halls. What are you doing? Edoras has fallen. I could care less. The fall of the Riddermark. Again. Oh, there we are. Our talks with the Elves of Mirkwood have almost come to a conclusion. Yes, together we will be unstoppable. Yes, we will accept it. The alliance is ours, and what have we got here? What is this? Okay, so that was the correct area to be in. Good.
Without question.
Is that what you want?
God, that's a nasty army, isn't it? It's a big army anyway. I prefer Lorien. Okay. So, one more turn and we'll be able to build something. Isengard ran for the hills. Exactly what I like to see.
Stay alert.
And now... It's so annoying to keep track of Dol Guldur's... There's Dol Guldur's army, I think, isn't it? Dol Guldur's primary army? Nope, that's just a tiny army. And that garrison is very poor as well. What happened to their army then?
Your orders.
Let's go up this way, see if we can't see it. Apparently not. Strange. Very strange. Okay. Well, with that in mind then... Hold on a moment. And let's just... because we can take that back and garrison it and sort of box them in. Maybe Dorwinion caught up with them, I don't know. Okay. Let's go this way. Right, well, we're one turn away from building that armory, so we don't need to worry about public order there. And yes, you're quite correct. We will build watchtowers as we move.
We will need that one.
Give us a little bit of visibility there. And can we build anything in Amon Lank? No, we can't. Okay. Lim here, we're building. Okay. I'm amazed that the Northern Dunedain have actually held on to their lands. Because they're the one that... I'll build a tower south of Rockburg when I have an army that I actually feel comfortable with moving forward, because who knows what Isengard have there. Wonder if Dale would accept an alliance. Dale still hold on to Dale itself. Might be worth actually sending that diplomat over just to scout out and see what's happened to Erebor, because if they've lost Kirit Gathol as well, they're done. No, they're leaving. Okay. It's interesting that the Black Numenorians attacked Lindon and the Greyhavens, Rune is just continuing to get bullied mercilessly by Okay, let's no, get in there. Right. Yeah, that'll do. Build a watchtower there. There we go. So a little bit more visibility. That's a better defending force as well, definitely. We could build a leather tanner, but there's really no point. Is there any way we can upgrade this settlement, or is that just based on growth and it just takes a long time? This campaign is very odd in terms of events and who's dead and who isn't. Yeah, I was thinking that, because one thing that I've learnt about Divide and Conquer as I was sort of deciding what faction to play is Erebor are meant to withstand Gundabad, really, and they haven't. Anduin are meant to be extremely weak, and they still seem to be just fine. The Northern Dunedain are meant to crumble over a long period of time to Angmar, and they haven't. Rohan is meant to at least have a more even fight with Isengard, and it's been anything but. Isengard have bullied them throughout the entire campaign. And Gondor are meant to actually struggle more than they did, but they actually stood for longer. Khand are also, I think, meant to stay on Mordor's side for the most part, and they didn't. So it's all a bit strange, really. Strange indeed. Right, let's just, again, just edge our way forward. Ah, there we are, look. An army that is ours for the taking.
My lord.
Okay, so what happens? Yes, so our diplomat over here.
Yes, my lord.
We've already
Without question.
we have already
Continue tomorrow.
done our thing, haven't we? We can build our Sylvan war camp. Anyway, let's see. I'm just wondering what we need now, really. So yeah, we could do with more units just across the board. Let's go for some March Wardens, definitely. And let's just go for some of you. Let's go for a unit of our cav as well. Why not? Gondor is still somewhat good if they're still around. All allies have crumbled. Wasn't well. I mean, all of my immediate allies have not really been terribly useful. I know that Rohan have let the side down badly, but Gondor are falling apart. Like, Dorwinion have been pretty much the MVPs of the campaign, but like Mirkwood are in trouble. Like, they are under constant assault from Gundabad, because Gundabad, presumably, if we get our diplomat over there, I'm expecting. Yeah, see, they've got Erebor. They've got a huge boost to their power from that, and they're under constant threat. What is this? An iron mine. Well, hello, Ricky. Dol Guldur are kind of on their last legs, and the Sylvan Alliance script has fired, so we're sort of in the midst of that now. The only thing we've really got left to do is to build the encampment in Caras Galadon, and I think we should be fine. I would really like for Dol Guldur to be defeated by the end of this stream. What is that? Is that Mordor? It is Mordor. When would... Interesting. So that alliance event automatically put us at war with Mordor, which is kind of interesting. I'm not too concerned about losing that settlement, to be honest with you, but I mean, it makes our path very clear, if nothing else. It means we just sort of fight southward toward the Black Gate. A suitable husband. You, sure. Why not? You... I'm still not too convinced that there isn't massive amounts of orcs roaming around in the trees, so I'm going to keep Amonlank garrisoned. Right, what can we do here? Where is the Sylvan Alliance encampment? There it is. Yes. We definitely want that. That will give us access to some of Mirkwood's units. You... That army is absolutely pitiful, and you will be made to suffer for it.
Our lands will be safe once more.
take it for the elves.
We've defeated their wretched army.
By the light of Elbereth! Scout the area.
We will wait there for the time being. Yeah, that's poor. That is, again, a garrison that doesn't really concern me. We should be fine there. This campaign is also entertaining. Till the east of the Misty Mountains is free. Well, yeah, that is the idea. I mean, Dol Guldur and Mordor should fall. That is the goal. We're losing money apparently, which is kind of strange. Although that might just be from losing that town. You are our new general, aren't you? You can actually go northward. Okay. Oh yes, I forgot to move my my diplomat. Gundabad, Isengard and Moria. The campaign would probably drag on for too long if I tried to kill all of them, to be honest with you. Hello, Ash. Mainly because I think Gundabad have already spread their wings quite wide in the north, so it will take quite a long time to get up there and deal with them. Moria as well are not... I mean, Khazad-dûm have already done their bit there, to be honest with you. I think Moria... They're probably done out here, to be honest with you. Gundabad are fighting someone. Dale seem fine, though. Look, they've still got all of their settlements. It's interesting to see Erebor be the ones that fold and Dale live. What is this? Invasion called. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. So we are... well, that's... Maybe we will see another siege of Caras Galadon because it's now the target of an invasion. How exciting. Right, let's see.
Greetings, most noble
No,
ally.
that's not what I wanted. I wanted to target the town. Yeah. Right.
Follow me.
Over here, elves.
Oh, I missed it. Are you serious? Oh well, we'll just do it next turn. That's annoying. Again.
Approaching
Really?
my lord. If only I could.
Let's go
As
down
you-
this way.
Stopping here.
Oh yes, that's a Mordor watchtower now, isn't it? Hmm. Well. Well, Gundabad can't focus on Dale because they've got to fight the Anduin still and Mirkwood, which is
Without question.
honestly why I'm surprised that Gundabad managed to take Erebor in the first place with so many enemies that they were fighting. But I suppose Anduin have also got to deal with Goblin Town, which again is all the more reason why I'm surprised that the Vale of Anduin is still up and about and still looking very healthy.
By the light of Elbereth!
Ah, Ballistae. We've got so many generals at this point, we may as well just put most of them in here, to be honest with you.
Elven warriors!
Ballista. We're going to start moving you off that way.
Conceal our movements.
You can go into Caras Galadon. You're fine there. Can we build any more units here yet? Yes, we can. So we'll go for all... well, we'll go for one, I guess, because we can't afford anything else. Okay. Yeah, because it's the target of an invasion, so just in case they just sort of slip around me, because it's possible that Moria will send an army of goblins southward. They shouldn't, because they've already got a lot to handle, but I'm expecting to see Isengard and Mordor come out from the south to try and gank me. Ah, there's Dol Guldur. Is that a decent sized army? But we also want a ballista down here so we can put it into our other aggressive army, because that was the problem we were having with it before. Take that settlement. That's exactly what I was going to do anyway. It's a decent garrison they've got there now. That, though, is poor reinforcements. Okay, before we do that, we are actually losing money. How are we losing money? Is it because we've got like so many units down here which aren't free upkeep anymore? That probably explains it. Get in there. Can't quite make it, but that's fine. We've still got a lot of units over here as well, which may not actually turn out to be all that necessary. Right, let's just deal with this now.
Fight to the end.
Now is the time for us to... because, I mean, it might be that Dol Guldur's have sort of split their big doom stack up and Dorwinion hunted it down, because I can't imagine they wouldn't have been attacking me more than they have. Like, this is the only settlement they took off me. Oh, and it's this one as well. Right, okay. With that in mind, let's get him up close. Normal ammo. Ooh, they're actually hitting us. That's not good. Can we get a move on, please? How did they get this range? God, the ballista accuracy in this mod is so bad. It's unbelievable. Like, look how close it is. It should be getting... I might have ruined this, actually. We're going to need to hope that all of them hit, which I think, to be fair, we are, because of how close we are. Okay, yeah, we got no problem. The gate will go down.
The gates are down.
Yeah, Celeborn's army is depleted, but it's still got enough strength to easily be able to defeat the trash that we're up against. Like, we've got like full units almost of Gurthinen. There's no need to be worried. As long as we just play it carefully, we'll be fine. Yes, and we're going to be able to destroy this arrow tower as well. Excellent. Right. Now then. Let's get a unit of... well, 2 units, I think, of swordsmen into the settlement here. And some archers. Look at the chevrons we got on some of these regular Lorien units, though. That's good stuff. We'll get the cell swords forward as well, because they're a pretty nice unit to have on the front. I don't think we're going to be able to destroy that tower with the ammunition we've got left, but we can give it a good go.
Captured the enemy's walls.
Yeah, there's no way. There was never any doubt that that was going to work. Regardless, let's see. Yeah, I think a fear route from the side for all of our Gurthinen will be the will be just what the doctor ordered here. In fact, you know what? I know exactly how to handle this. Oh, we're getting shot. Well, no need to worry about that. Actually, no, you stay there. No, you get out of there. Don't get shot. Celeborn has remained undefeated, right? Yes, he has. Need to work? No problem, Ash. Have a good shift. Where are the... yes, there they are. You get after them. They're a little bit slower, but it doesn't matter. It's only trash goblins. Right, and now we shall do our thing. We shall move forwards ever so slightly. Look, don't fire at will. Yes, you. Yes, that's exactly what was needed. This is something else as well. It seems like in Divide and Conquer, units can just sort of sit there and shoot under more pressure than they would normally. Which again, is not something I appreciate, to be honest. Albeit these Dol Guldur archers shouldn't pose too much of a threat moving forwards. Right, yes. This...
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
I certainly hope so. You get in here as well. These sellswords have been with us for quite a while. Look back a bit, seems like Isengard, Mordor and Gundabad and the remnants of Dol Guldur are all threats. Kind of, I think... I don't know if Gundabad are a direct threat to us, to be honest with you, because they'd have to go through so many enemies before they would become that threat. How is Gondor doing? Could be better for Gondor, if we're being honest. Could be much better for them. Sellswords carving their way through these Dol Guldur archers very, very easily. And they're about to get a lot of assistance as well from our Gurthinin, which should break them almost immediately. Orc defenders. Actually, this is a good opportunity to get some archers into supporting position. Meanwhile, yes, shoot at those Mirkwood goblins. You can tell that Dol Guldur are struggling just from the fact they're not being able to get as many of their high quality units out as they would almost certainly want to be. What are you doing? Yeah, we'll put you over here actually. When the Woodland Realm is attacked again, please help the Woodland Realm if you don't have to fight Gundabad to the north. I'm too far away from Mirkwood to help them. I'm not spending 10 to 15 turns bleeding money sending an army up there to help an AI ally who's just going to fall apart anyway. I made that mistake with Rohan. If Dale, Mirkwood and Anduin together cannot defeat Gundabad with their powers combined, they don't deserve to win. Yeah, we've got him here. A lot of our infantry has come forward. Let's see here. Oh yeah, they're going to break. Good. They are already going to break. Good. This glaive infantry that we've got has been so useful to our cause. Meanwhile, let's just be a little bit careful. Yes, they are going to move forward, aren't they? No worries. Don't forget Erebor too. Erebor are done for. Like they failed. Like they lost the Lonely Mountain. Like Gundabad actually embarrassed them. And I'm not marching all the way up there, like for crying out loud. Like I'm not a babysitter for the entirety of Middle Earth. Like some of them are going to have to do some of the work as well. It can't all be on me. Oh. Yeah, Dol Guldur host. What have we got here? Ah, excellent. There we go. This... How is victory almost a certainty for the Dol Guldur host? How's it gone so wrong in the north? It's so damn easy to defend. It hasn't gone fully wrong, to be fair. Like, we still have... Dale, to be fair, are still just as... as strong in the north as they started off as. So it's not as if they're, like, on the verge of complete collapse. But, I mean, it's a finely balanced thing at the moment. What are you doing? Right. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. Perfect. Goblins. Where's the bodyguard then? There it is. Well, that's not it. That's Mirkwood Uruks. Oh no, they've got 5 wargs, so I guess Celeborn is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet. Isn't Erebor OP? They should be, but Gundabad have been strong, apparently. They've done the business. To be fair though, dwarves from elsewhere, Khazad-dûm and Ered-Luin, have been very useful. Ered-Luin, I think, have saved the Northern Dunedain, and Khazad-dûm have retaken the entirety of Moria. Anduin have held better than Erebor. That's the situation that we're working with at the moment, which is weird, but it's what we have. No, 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 no. We're not having you do that. You dare. Think you can throw javelins at me point blank? I don't think so. Mirkwood goblins. Shoot into them. With all this high damage infantry, we should be just fine. Kuro. Hello. Anyway. I think I only just... Well. I mean, surely that is going to be that. Yeah, they're routing, look. Alright, flood in. In fact, you know what? You get in here as well. I have very much enjoyed using this unit. Definitely been a very big help to me. The usual marathon you were doing? Yeah, it's become a little bit of a regular thing. At least the Wooden Realms have defended Thranduil's halls. Usually Khazad-dûm loses Moria and Ered Luin sides with Sauron. Yeah, that wouldn't have been good. But it's like a bizarro land, this. Everything that normally happens hasn't really happened in this campaign. In terms of what the AI does. Because apparently Rune normally are the ones that do better against Dorwinion as well. Or at least Dorwinion don't normally do as well as they've done here. Yes, here we go. Allies collapsing. There we go.
This is a clear victory.
Celeborn's army will need refreshing at some point soon. That would be a nice unit to have right now, wouldn't it? The Mumakil. I don't know if the elves of Lorien would appreciate having them just roaming around in their forest though, knocking over the melon trees. Now then. You need Ents. It's all well and good to say that, but I can't develop Rockburg anymore unless... Hold on. Right. This was... Oh yeah, that's a terrible army. Which is of no concern whatsoever. What is this? Is this Dol Guldur land again? That looks like a Dol Guldur border rather than a Dorwinion one. That's a Mordor town now, which
Yes, my lord.
naturally is not something we want to be
As you wish.
engaging in. Oh no, hang on a minute. No, wait, yeah, that is Mordor. I thought the second that was Lilac, and I thought maybe Dorwinion had taken it, but that's in fact not accurate. If you have like 50 more viewers, you will catch Apollo's number of viewers when he streams. Streaming is, I think more than anything, like the health of these things is down to regularity than anything else. It's kind of, I don't really know how YouTube sort of works in the way that it calculates algorithms and so on and so forth, but let's see, what was I doing? Well, I don't really have that much money actually, so I mean, let's just see how this goes. You should set up a Patreon page. I was actually thinking of doing that, because while I have been resistant to it in the past, I think it would only be truly disingenuous of me to set one up if I intended to stop doing this, and I don't. So I mean, as long as I keep the regular content flowing, there's really no need for me to have my hang-ups about that. So it has been something I've considered, to be honest. Even though I'm still not entirely sure it's the correct thing to be doing. What are they doing, I wonder? Dol Guldur scurrying off to the east. Consider it when you get to 10k. Okay, so in like 4 years' time. I've got no illusions about how my channel grows. It's a slow burn. Right, what is this? That is Captain Bane, Dorwinion. My friends, my best friends. Oh, that's him. He's fleeing. So what's going on down here? No, I guess this is Dorwinion. Huh. Where's my diplomat? There you are. Right, let's go up here. Maybe I should think about an alliance with Dorwinion.
Elven warriors, come on! Be vigilant.
T-shirts. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I don't know. Oh, there's an invasion of Caras Galadon called, but nothing seems to be forthcoming. What is this? Ooh. Ooh. No, we should be fine. There's quite a few depleted units in there, but we should be okay. Right. Actually, this might be a good place to leave it, to be honest with you. If only because next time, what is that? There's Dol Guldur. Oh, so that's where they are. That's where they've been hiding, in plain sight all along. This little bit of territory. Okay. Well, with that in mind, we're at war with Mordor now, right? Yes. And Moria, and Gundabad. Look at all of that. Look at those enemies. That's what I like to see. Fighting on multiple fronts. Goodbye, Lewis. Okay. Well, we are making money again. Do we have anything else that would help with... What is this? Free upkeep units. Anknod. Right, well actually, based on that then, there's no need for us to be keeping this level of troops over here. So we will actually begin moving them over to relieve Celeborn, I think. That can be his reinforcements. And... well, I'm just having a look here because this is likely to be Uruk-hai archers. I mean, that's a fairly big army, but we have, I think, exactly the same amount of troops. In fact, we might have one unit more than them. And of course, we are elves, so we are superior. Albeit some of our units are depleted. We are the defenders. We should be okay in theory, but I've been burnt before. I have also heard as well that... hold on a minute. I'm going to save it just for a second because there is something that I want to check. And it's something which... units available for hire. Yeah, I was thinking maybe the Ents were mercenaries, but that's not the case, is it? Skyrim is a long endeavour as well. Right, let me see here. Woodland Realm. Look at all of this, look. What a mess. Well, there's Erebor.
Stopping here.
Let's just go and see what Erebor are doing. There's King Bane. I'm actually surprised Dale's royal family hasn't taken at least some losses. Okay. We will end the turn. And I assume Isengard are going to want to attack Rockburg. And if that is the case... exactly, Ricky. Yeah, I think... I don't really know about the nuts and bolts of how YouTube works, but I do know that when your channel has quite a clear focus, like mine has been built around, you do need to understand that you can't just go ahead and do whatever you want and expect the... Okay, so they're sieging us. They're not actually attacking straight away. Oh no, they are attacking straight away, never mind. Well, in that case, let us fight. The next stream will be... I intend the next stream to be on Saturday. For the campaign. Right. Where are they? There they are. Alrighty then. So... right, we are going to... well, we can definitely... bottleneck them here. Come on. You know where I want you to go. I don't know why the deployment zones are always more fiddly than the actual battle itself. Right. So we have some spears. Put some spears over there. Put some spears over on this side. What is this? Archers. You over there. Warders. Yeah, we'll keep another unit of spears there. We'll keep another unit of sentries within the town centre. I mean, certainly it's going to be our ranged power that comes into its own here because we have a lot of archers. And Rumil. We definitely want him to remain secure. In fact, we'll put him there, and we'll put you two. Is it worth going up on the hill? The wargs are likely to just go around if we go up on the hill, to be honest, but maybe it is with a couple of units of archers. And a unit of spears, perhaps. And another unit of archers, my. Right. Yeah, actually we will just pull our archers back just a tad. Right, they've got wargs, I can see them. My arch nemesis, they've actually got a ballista as well, which is slightly concerning. But reavers, raiders, archers, crossbows. Right, hold on. Right, so we had a couple of units of archers that we wanted to put up on the hill. Over yonder, if it will allow me. And you... Yes, that will be fine. Okay, this is going to be tough, actually. Sentries, warders. Okay, let's just put the warders over here. Let's put the sentries here in reserve. But yes, it's going to be Bane Guard. Yeah, shoot the Bane Guard, definitely. There are the wargs. Oh, please, go towards the spears. Albeit we have seen in the past that the wargs tend to just be able to bulldoze through the spears with little consequence to them. Ugh. That's a concern, but there's nothing really we can do about that. Okay. We'll get them. Right, you lot. Spear Guard. I'd rather shoot something a little bit more lucrative, but sure. If they're going to all go around this way, that actually makes my job a little bit easier. Yeah, go a little bit closer. And I would much prefer them go after the oh, there goes the general as well. Perfect. The armor upgrades that we have now, doing the business. Right. Yeah, this is our backup unit, I think. Wait a minute, no, this is it, isn't it? Yeah, you need to get over here. With maximum haste. You go there. Shoot the Spear Guard. They are underrated. Yeah, but the Spear Guard are shielded. Like, that's how I usually go about things. I usually try to shoot the... Oof. That unit of archers is really getting... a rough hand dealt to them. Yeah, you actually charge in there to give them a hand. Crossbows are firing. Bane Guard are over there. There are reavers as well. What are these guys doing? No. Run. More urgency. Yeah, Uruk reavers. But yes, shooting the enemy down is definitely the way to go here. The dog is probably getting fed as we speak, actually. That's probably why it's barking.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Yeah, I think the superior position of our archers here is really, really doing wonders for us. The crossbows are still a bit of a concern, but yeah, all we've got to do is keep shooting in there. Yeah, they're shaken. Actually, we need to get you out here, don't we? And you get over here. You start shooting in there. Yeah, we'll pull back over here actually as well. We do want to be able to withstand any assault on the town centre should it be necessary, but yeah, they are coming up here. It's an intriguing battle, this. Try and stop them, actually. I'm not too bothered if we take losses. I'll get Rumil out here as well. How did you get the thumbnail of the Woodland Realm units from? Yeah, I actually took it from the backlog of pictures I had. It was from quite a while ago, but I just figured, well, if it's Woodland Realm units we need, they're definitely very quintessentially Woodland Realms, so... yeah, shooting in there. Shoot there. Yeah, Reavers are a really good target to go after, actually, because of how lightly armoured they are. Yeah, look at this. We got them in a killing zone now. Oof. Want to be a little bit careful of that, though. Their ballista is still active, and Rumil's... actually, we're going to get Rumil over here. We're going to put him on top of the hill. Crossbows, eh? Continuing to do a lot of good damage there. Gundabad would also be a good campaign. I've actually already got a short list of campaigns that I think would be good next time of all the evil factions. I've picked out 4. I wouldn't mind doing any of them, and they would be the ones that I would say would be the most likely that we would do next. God, those Lorien warders doing they could break all those Uruk-hai archers. That would be glorious. Uruk-hai raiders are there. Shoot the crossbows, actually. Yeah, we're going to win this fight. It will be somewhat costly, but it's a solid Gundabad Isengard stack that we have that we will be crushing. Are Adonai? They are one of the 4 as well. Yes, they are Adonai. Where are you going, Rumil? You know what? Just charge into them. Aha. That should be enough to break them, to be honest with you. Our Baelish Sentinel's still firing. You can still fire over there. Yeah, I will put up a poll, Calvin. That's exactly the idea. Alright, we'll surround the crossbows now. Probably go after the ballista as well, actually, although the ballista's already pulling back. What's this fight doing? The Bane Guard, they're actually doing okay. Maybe go over here with these. Warders, you get on the front line actually against them. You charge into them. Needs must. We're using the archers as melee units. There go Uruk Reavers. Actually, yeah, you charge in there. Better add Imladris to the poll to appease Dustin. Now, it's got to be an evil faction next, and a non-elven faction as well, because obviously those two things go hand in hand, but victory seems certain. I don't think so. Let's get a little bit closer. Actually, yeah, go into the ballista. What is this over here? What about Numenor? Numenor isn't really in this. Well, technically, like, the closest thing to that would be the Ar Adonayim, which would be one of the options. Effectively, Umbar. Sandwich them. The Bane Guard proved to be a worthy foe. That was a significant Isengard army, that, and we were able to throw it off. It does just let us know that we do need to keep sending reinforcements down here to be able to hold on. And we do need to run down as many units as we are able. Definitely the ballista would be a good target to run down. This win might help Rohan. It might, but I kind of would assume that the damage to Rohan has been done. They've lost Edoras again after all, so, and Theoden is dead. They still have territory, which Isengard will want to try and mulch through, but they might leave Rohan alone. I mean, Rohan's technically alive, but they've lost Helm's Deep, they've lost Edoras, Theoden is dead. So it's not an existence worth living for them. What are you doing? Go after them. But I mean, we are not too far away now from the second part of the campaign. Like, we'll be officially into the war with Mordor. We're technically already at war with them after all. This could be part of the invasion force as well that was heading towards Caras Galadon, because of course Mordor did call an invasion to it. And Isengard will have been part of that, but there we go. Heroic victory.
Let all who remember this day.
Not bad at all. If we can just keep Isengard at bay indefinitely from there. No, Saruman isn't alive. I killed him myself during my attempts to help Rohan. So I don't know who's leading Isengard now. I killed him in part, I think it would be part 5, towards the end. We'll execute them all. And that, I think, is probably a good place to leave it. He died at either Folkberg or Gynard, it was one of the two. But he was like garrisoning it with like 1 unit of low tier orcs. And I had a full unit. Gondor you don't say Gondor's weakened. These are dark times indeed for the free peoples, and a sign of strength for the shadow, as the forces of darkness are bold enough and strong enough to encroach upon the Gondorian heartland. The river Anduin sweeps away the masses of Gondorian dead, and their blood turns the river a deep red. The Pelennor is shaken and cracked, and all about the green fields of Gondor lie the shafts of arrows and bolts of ballistae. If the tide of battle does not change in Gondor's favour, the glorious kingdom may be lost forever. And if Gondor falls, who will stand against the darkness in the east? Well, that will be my job. Rune and Haradrim have made an alliance. I think it's going to be too late for them, though. Anyway, with that, what we're going to do is... Can we reach there? No, we can't. But regardless, what we will do here is we will save it there. Save the game. And that will be the end of the stream for today, because it gives us the clear goal in the next stream to finally rid the map of Dol Guldur once and for all, and to begin preparing our invasion of Mordor. So the campaign will be picking up speed. We'll be seeing much more of our elite units, I think, from here on out, because I've been sort of really pumping out all of our basic units for a while just to try and keep our momentum going. But now I think we can consolidate, and we can get ready to start getting out some of our Lothlorien units in particular, which, even if Mordor by this point are getting some of their better stuff, the Lothlorien should still be able to slice their way through most of Mordor's stacks, which is going to be something that we're going to be doing quite a lot of in the very near future, I think. But yes, as I was saying, there will be a video out of the battle replay that Lango sent me on Friday. It's a good one as well. It's a large-scale Reforged siege. He spent quite a long time trying to get that replay to work, apparently, or try and get the battle set up and working properly, apparently. So that's one of the reasons why I've used it so quickly. So hopefully he'll be happy with that. And the next stream will be, or should be at the very least, I'll confirm it closer to the time, it should be on Saturday around the same time. So hopefully as well on Saturday. I might actually start slightly earlier, and we might go for a little bit longer, because Saturday will probably be a little bit more time friendly for Americans and Canadians in particular, and any Latin Americans as well, that may be around. But yeah, I think that'll probably be a good one. So we might do a slightly longer stream actually on Saturday, to try and really hammer out some of the details of the campaign. So yeah, big thank you to everyone who joined today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will join me for whatever is next.